look how pretty he is.
Did you read it?
Yeah, but look how pretty he is. Aww.
He is very pretty. Let's go.
Had to be horses.
Hello, Flosstube. I'm Terry.
And I'm Jamie. And we're Cornhusker State Stitchers. This is Saturday, October 5th, 2024. And we are here for a special Flosstube.
Yeah, it's only been a week since we've been here, but we wanted to get this Flosstube in. And
yes. It's not going to be our normal Flosstube.
Show you all the pretties that we have.
Yes. And what we decided to do is we're going to show you all of the projects that we have finished. Not FFO, not fully finished, just the under the bed box.
Yeah, I was going to say the under the bed box. Everybody's got one, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's the under the bed box. So that's what we're going to show you. We're going to show you all of those that we have. Plus, we will have a shop update with a ton of new product.
Yes, and a new club that's coming out.
Yes.
We will discuss that.
Be sure to stick around for it.
So, I have mine organized, and I think you do too, in seasons. The first thing we're going to show is going to be series.
Yep.
So, do you want to start?
Well, no matter what it is, I'm going to have more than you.
Okay, so I'll let you start.
Okay. So, the first one is my...
You're going to probably do all those before I start mine, right?
I am, yes.
Okay.
My cottages of the month. Now, I think I have like 4 of them fully finished.
I can hold this up and you just start putting them on here.
Oh, I was just going to hold them up. I do have 4 fully finished. So I'm only showing you the ones that are not finished yet. But this is the February. These are all by Country Cottage Needleworks. I did do color conversions on most of them, just stash dives. All of them are done on 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. Now, March I did not do a floss conversion. I just did the DMC.
We actually started with March and then worked our way through the rest of the calendar. At least I did. I thought you did too.
No, I did a little bit of anything and everything.
So when I started March, I was not comfortable with changing colors, and then by the time I got a couple of months into it, I was changing everything.
This is my favorite. It's July. It's patriotic. This one's August. September apples. My second favorite. I love apple picking season. And December's pretty darn cute too. So there we are.
We thought about doing this because we had talked about getting together and just having a finishing party. So we started pulling them out and discussing, how we could finish them, whatever. Just get them done. And it's like, well, let's just show them.
Yes.
Just like this.
Let's just show them.
Can put it back under the box and you don't have to see them. Okay, so my first series is going to be, I'm going to hold mine up like this, by Bent Creek. This is the On an Egg series. So that is Chick on an Egg. And I haven't finished this series. This is not working for me. Cardinal on an Egg. Eagle on an Egg. They're all birds. I just realized that. Turkey on an Egg.
They are all birds. And they're going to stay all birds.
So I still have Owl on an Egg to do, which I'm going to be starting soon, and Robin on an Egg.
And these are all on different fabrics. They're all on 32 count. These two are 32 count raw natural. And these, I don't know what they are, but they are also 32 count. And
they're color cotton. Color and cottons.
Appear to be color and cottons.
And they were just scraps, because they were small pieces, so I just grabbed scraps of whatever I had laying around.
And you just did a stash dive too, right?
Yep. I just pulled whatever flosses I had in my stash that matched closely to called for colors.
Yes. This next series for me is the Season's Blessing series by Leela Studio. I had so much fun with this particular one.
I love these.
This is the Fall Bird. I did this one on 32 count Vintage Country Mocha Lugana. All called for colors. Love this winter bird. He is done on 32 counts. It's an R&R fabric. I can't remember. That's that one. Oh, he's so pretty. And then I moved on into spring. I guess the spring, winter, and summer are all the same 32 count R&R fabric.
These are so cute.
These were a lot of fun to do.
I've been wanting to do them. It's just not something I've let myself have the time to do.
And you guys know we're suckers for series, so I'm sure there'll be I'm currently working on the Year in the Hoop series. There'll be plenty. Oh, I didn't bring any of my Year in the Hoops as finishes.
Oh. Mine are all FFO'd, so.
Mine are all downstairs.
I'm not bragging. There they are.
Look so pretty. This one was my favorite. That's the one I started with.
And that's a good fabric to put that on. It's very warm.
Yeah. And then that was my next one. But I always love the fall and winter stuff. I gravitate towards that. Do you want me to keep going? I kind of general more than, not series. It's not a season. They're just generals.
Yeah, I have that too. I stuck mine at the bottom. I'll pull them out. But yeah, go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yep.
This next one is the Bookstore by Country Cottage Needleworks. I did this one all called for colors, but I did it on a very dark coffee tea dyed Monaco. Very, very dark. But I do love my books, and I had to have this.
My next one is a temperature chart from Stitching Mommy that I did last year. And I think it's just Temperature Quicker is what it was called. And I did this on a color and cotton. And I cannot recall the color of it.
And you did it was called for colors, but if I'm not mistaken, it was the varied temperature range. So it had hot colors and cool colors. Because we definitely get varied around here.
And I did have to add in my own very cold color because I didn't have a color for below zero. So I had to add in the below zero color.
We definitely got a few of those, didn't we?
Yeah. And if you guys have any questions about fabric or anything, if you really want to know, we have them written down. We just didn't take the time to look at every single one of them before.
Mom has them written down.
Filmed.
I do not.
As organized as you are, I cannot believe you haven't.
Yeah, I just kind of gave up on it. So, speaking of temperature charts, this is the one that I actually completed. This is Temperature Tree by Stitch Mommy as well. And I did mine in 2022. But I loved this chart. It was great. Also did mine in a varied temperature range. These two charts you can only get at Stitch Mommy's Etsy website. Etsy page. So check that out.
I was just looking at mine. I didn't date it. I should have dated mine.
You still could.
Yeah, remind me. I'm going to go back and date that.
Okay.
Because that's going to be neat to know.
Yeah.
In the long run. My next, what are we calling them? Miscellaneous?
Yeah.
Is, oh, we didn't have any patterns for those, did we?
No.
Okay. Coffee First by Brenda Gervais. And I did this on a 40 count.
Stars Hollow Blend is the one I did my birds on. Sorry, that just came to me.
That sounds like what I did this on.
I know, I think that's why it was 40 count
40
Stars
count
Hollow
Stars
Blend.
Hollow. Okay, so this is where that one is. I have pinned on there the little spoon that gets sewn to the pillow once it's fully finished.
That way you didn't lose it.
Yeah. Because knowing me, I would lose it. And I can't believe that I've kept hold of it that long.
I agree. So this next one I actually did keep the color of the fabric. This is Color and Cotton 32 count Belfast linen in the color Prairie Dust. And this is Shakespeare's Peddler, Antique Locks and Keys. And I just found a color floss in my stash that looked very, very antique-y and brassy and dirty and wonderful. I had a lot of fun with this one. I want to do the antique scissors and spools. That's on my list to do as well.
Did you say the name of the fabric?
I did.
Okay.
Because I stumbled over it.
Okay. I wasn't listening to you. I should have been.
That's okay.
You're going to have to... Oh, yeah. I changed mine up a little bit so we can show them at the same time.
Yes.
And then that'll give you a chance to tell what the pattern is and the fabric. Because I was about to say, I'm going to really need help with this one because I can't remember. Why don't we put them on the same board?
Okay.
There we go. Okay, so the top one is Jamie's. The bottom one is mine. I just put mine all in one row.
Yep, I did mine as charted. This is a pattern by Needle Bling Designs, and I believe it's called Home is Where the Heart Is. I don't remember. Actually, I take that back. I think I do. But this is Hickory Sticks, and I believe this is Barn Door. So I'll show you this one a little closer. We did them both on 14 count whitewashed fabric by Fabric Flair.
So I took the O out of mine and put the heart in its place and took the lettering out. If I was to do it over again, I would make that heart bigger because I think it just kind of is too small.
Yeah. You could probably add a couple rows to the outside, but it would look outlined.
Yeah.
I had fun with that one. I really love stitching on Ada, so this was really fun and easy. Do you have any more generals?
No, I don't. So
I only have 2 more. Okay. So this is one of the first ones I did when I got back into cross stitch. This is a Lizzie Kate pattern. This is Dogs Leave Paw Prints on Your Heart. And I don't even remember if this is called for colors or if I just picked some things I liked. But this is done on a 28 count even weave that Mom and I coffee tea dyed, and it was just something that we got from Hobby Lobby.
I'm trying to find the patterns.
Sure.
We did pull the patterns that we knew of.
Oh, I guess I have 2 more. Okay.
Are you going to show that?
Yeah.
Okay.
This next one, because these are all still my general category.
Okay. I like that one a lot.
I love this one. This one is done on 25 count Vintage Country Mocha Lugana. This is just Thread Milk Designs. This is the Nebraska State pattern. And I just did a stash conversion. So I picked a red I liked, and then the yellow and the green and all the other colors, the brown. We are the 37th state, and we joined the United States in 1867.
And then our state bird,
It's
our
the
state flower, meadowlark. And the state flower is?
Goldenrod.
Right. And then, of course, we're known for corn.
Mm-hmm.
Thus, the corn husker, state stitchers.
Mm-hmm. It is a football Saturday. This last one I had a lot of fun with. This is a Dirty Annie's pattern called Deja Poo. And I did it on a 14 count slate Ada by Fabrics by Stephanie. I like this one so much. I have a snarky sense of humor, so I like little things like this.
My next one is Country Cottage Needlework, Sunflowers in Summer, and I just finished this year, didn't I?
Within the last year.
Yeah, I think early in the year.
So now we're moving into summer, fall, like late summer.
Yeah.
Fall.
Late summer going into fall. The sunflower season, as I like to call it. This is done on 28 count, coffee tea-dyed Monaco.
Other than the sunflowers, this is all called for.
Yeah, it's all called for. I did change the color of sunflowers. I did marigold, I believe.
I think so.
Because the color of sunflower was just way too yellow.
It had
and peachy.
It had some peachy colors in it.
I love this one. I love it. I love a lot of them. That's why I did them.
Well, it appears I put spring on top, so let me adjust real quick. Go ahead and... Do you want to show another one, or do you want me to wait?
I'll keep talking.
Okay.
You're still going to have a ton more than I do.
I will. For sure.
That's okay. My next one is Autumn Arches by Bent Creek. Now, I did some changing in this one, and I'm not sure if I can remember what I did. I'm pretty sure I took the flower arch. It was somewhere over here, and I moved them around. I think the watermelon used to be in the center, and I changed it around. I put a star on top of the flag to kind of blend it in a little bit. And otherwise, I think I used the called for colors. And this is a 32 count Lugana.
I honestly don't know if you did called for or if you just pulled colors from your stash.
Yeah, I can't recall. It's all about showing you the pretties, right? If you want more detail, let us know.
Yes. This next one for me is Country Cottage Needleworks. This is the Apple Orchard. I absolutely love this pattern. Mom's got it finished, fully finished, but I had so much fun stitching it. This was my very first Mania start in 2019. It was the first one I put my first stitch in. I loved it so much. And I actually was, I was at a work conference, and Mom and I were in the airport when I started it. Big Red Barn, I love it. 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. I don't think I said that. Called for colors. This was back before I started changing a lot of colors.
And we had talked about maybe next doing a, not really a whip parade, but a parade of all of our FFOs where you would see mine if I can find all my stuff. My next one is Autumn Notes by Shepherd's Bush. And this is a 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. Oh, my throat just growled.
Your throat growled?
Yeah. I think this one is really cute. I could never figure out what this word was right here. And I put it out on
Flosstube.
On Flosstube, yeah, because it was early on in our Flosstube. It's like, if you guys can help me figure out what this is. And most of what people were saying, I don't have my glasses on. Where's the beginning? Is it like this? Yes. Yeah. Everybody said, turn it sideways, stupid. It says acorn.
I think this stupid part might have been added by Mom.
Oh, and then I bought the button kit, so you can see the little buttons in it.
People were super nice. They're like, doesn't it say acorns?
What? You know, I couldn't figure it out. And finally somebody said, a lot of people said, turn it sideways. It's like, oh, God. I am so stupid. That's so obvious.
My next one came from the Chock Full series, Hands on Design. I did the little pillows for all of them, but any of them that had the flowers, I did that as well. So I have both of them to show you here. I did them on 14 count chalkboard black Ada. I'm just going to arrange this.
Do you want the bigger board?
Nah, this is fine. And I got this. So I did, this one's a little pillow, and then this one is the Chock Full jar. I think they turned out really great.
They did.
And I did do it with call for colors. I do remember that.
My next one is Little House Needleworks Sunflower Inn. And this is a really cool pattern. I'm going to give it to you for safekeeping. Mine is 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. Did I change the house color?
I don't know. I can't see.
I was asking you to look at the pattern because
no,
I just gave you the pattern.
No.
Oh, you have yours too, huh?
I do.
Okay. I love this design. I love that big house, and I love the color of that house.
I had so much fun stitching it.
Yeah.
Mine is virtually identical. Because I also did mine on 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco with called for colors. I just love looking at them. Just love it.
Now hold them up.
This one's Mom's.
That's really cute. Your fabric's a little darker, huh?
It is, yeah.
Sweet. Okay. Go ahead and do yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
This next one is a little Lizzie Kate Designs. It is done on a 32 count gray gingham Lugana with, I do believe, called for DMC floss. Just a cute little thing. Absolutely adorable.
And a lot of the patterns that you see here, you will find in our shop, Heartland Quilting and Stitching. We do have them in stock, with the exception of Lizzie Kate, which she has retired, and 123 Stitch has the
selling rights
to that one. And Brenda Gervais, because Brenda Gervais, for some reason, will not sell to us. So
yes.
Not bitter at all. My next one is Autumn Rules. And this is by Primrose Cottage, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All called for colors, 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. I have to bring it back here just a little bit.
This is just not coffee tea dyed. This is a writ dyed one that we did.
Oh, that's a writ dyed one that we did, yeah. I pointed this out to Jamie earlier, and it's like, I started this and I finished it. Why can I not get one full cross-stitch project done anymore? It's like I'm just so scattered all over the place, I can't.
Mom doesn't like not being monogamous.
I know. That's, yeah, I won't say it.
I also have mine. This is my Primrose Cottage Autumn Rules. Loved doing this one. Mine is done on 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco with called for Floss, if I didn't say that. And we broke it up into little sections, so like this would have been one section.
And like every little section was a finish, so you felt accomplished.
Yeah.
I didn't realize we had done so many of the same.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay,
I got that one too.
My next one is Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Thankful String.
String was what I was trying to come up with. I knew it wasn't a row. By Lizzie Kate.
These are tiny.
Yeah. And Coffee Tea Dyed Monaco, if I didn't say that. This was back when we were first getting back into cross-stitching, so a lot of what we were doing was on Coffee Tea Dyed Monaco. Or Writ Dyed Monaco.
And mine is virtually identical to hers. With a very defined thing.
Did we change any colors in ours?
I don't
Apart
think
from each other's?
I did.
Oh yeah, my A is different than yours. I don't know if that's a screw up on my part or...
I don't know. Let's show them both together. Mine's the top one, Mom's is the bottom one. Oh yeah, you added a dark brown.
So my A is lighter than her A. And then the M and N, my background is darker.
And the color of the M&N.
Oh yeah.
So you can see a couple differences in there.
We can't be totally identical,
Right.
can we?
I was like, which one's yours? I can't remember now.
Go ahead.
Okay. This next one is another hands-on design. This is Sunflower Manor. I did not do the big one, but I did do the autumn up here. Did it on 14 count coffee tea dyed. No. 14 count.
Oh, some dark coffee.
Right? 14 count chalkboard black Ada.
Robust.
In called for colors. It's really fun.
I can't believe how big it is.
Agreed. That's my hand.
Because looking at that picture, I thought that was going to be a small. Of course, if you had done it on something other than 14 count. But still, it's still pretty big.
A half sheet of paper. So 5.5 to 8.5.
It was so cute.
Yeah.
I wanted to do all of those. I was going to do the big ones, but now seeing your little ones, I kind of like to do all the little ones. But I'm still working on my Chock-full series.
As I mentioned before, I do gravitate towards the autumn and winter, so I have those two done. I have not done the spring and summer of those.
Okay, my next one is wrinkled.
It is, yes.
I'm just going to fold it so it doesn't look wrinkled. Harvest Kisses by Primrose Cottage Stitches. I really don't need that big board to show you that.
No, you don't.
If you watched our last Flosstube, you saw that I'd finished this recently.
I absolutely love their little kisses patterns.
They're so quick.
Did you say all the things? Like, the fact that it was on...
No, it's on 32 count Vintage Country Mocha. And I believe that I did all the called for colors. Harvest, the H on Harvest was open and I just filled it in.
With that same color.
Yeah, and I think everything else is per charted.
This next one is The Old Red Barn by Little House Needleworks. I have a thing for giant red barns. I love them.
she has more of a thing if they have horses inside of them.
100%. But 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco, all called for colors. And again, that barn is called Barn Door by Classic Colorworks. We love it. Question.
You used to finish a lot more too.
I
a lot
have
more bigger things.
Yes, I did. I have a lot more of the autumn stuff. Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, why don't you keep going? You obviously have Halloween, right?
I have Halloween.
Okay, because I only have a couple of Halloween and I'm getting into Halloween.
Okay. This next one is my first Mill Hill kit that I did. This is Autumn Bridge. I did mine on a 14 count beige. I don't know if it was exactly called beige, but it is a beige color. All charted, all called for, whatever came in the kit, and it's beaded plus the button.
So instead of doing the perforated paper, you put it on fabric.
I did, yes.
I'm doing my first Mill Hill kit, and they're no joke.
No.
First of all, they're an itty bitty full coverage piece, and then you got to beat them.
They're fun though. This next one is a Brenda Gervais, and it's an I Love Fall Most of All. You have this, or did you finish it?
Mine's a pillow.
Okay.
It's a finished pillow. But mine is so tiny compared to yours.
Mine's on 25 count 25 count vintage country mocha. So mine is done 2/2 full cross, which we haven't really been saying, but all of our stuff is 2/2 full cross unless it's on 36 or 40. And unless it's a full coverage. But I don't have any done, so you won't see those. I'm trying to think if I changed any colors. I don't think I did.
It looks like all called for.
Yep. I do believe this is all called for. But it's super big compared to Mom's. You did yours in 40?
36 or 40. And the wings, I don't know if you saw the wings on the bird, is Smyrnas. All Smyrnas, right?
Yes.
And they just really turned out cute.
Gives really good dimension.
I like doing Smyrna crosses. They're very easy, and it gives a little bit of different.
Yes.
Different.
This next one is an Etsy pattern I did. I call it pumpkins. I don't know if it even had a name. I did it on a 14 count, kind of a gray blue that I got at Hobby Lobby. I had so much fun. This one was so easy.
This is where you can actually draw inspiration from someone else. And seeing these, hopefully you guys will get a little inspired. But this is not a pattern I would have ever picked out for me.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie started working on it, and it's like, okay, well, whatever. But she started getting further and further into it, and it's like, I love this. And now I want to do it.
Yeah.
But I mean, the fabric choice, was that a called for color?
No. That was me stepping out of my bounds.
You did amazing on that. That is so pretty.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And that's another thing. It just goes to show you that the picture doesn't always look, the finished product doesn't always look like what the picture on the pattern does. They're just so much prettier once you get them stitched up.
I definitely agree with that. No, I'm good. But you have this one. Mm-hmm. But yours isn't, you're doing Halloween next. So did you switch?
It's in the...
did you make a
Thanksgiving?
Okay, she did a Thanksgiving. So we're going to put that aside. Apparently, I also have this one. This is Primrose Cottage, Pumpkin Kisses. I did the same thing as Mom where I filled in that H, but I just did it with a lighter orange.
I wish I'd have done mine lighter orange too. Wood fabric.
I was just going to say, this is a 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. This next one, finished it relatively recent. This is a Cricut Collection Autumn. And I got it finished. Like I said, Cricut Collection Autumn, all called for DMC colors. I did this one on 28 count lamb's wool Jobelin. And you can see how good of a job I did centering the fabric. That's okay, it gives me something to laugh about. I think this is my last fall one. This.
Do you have any thoughts on any of these that we've been showing on how you want to finish them?
Not a clue.
Okay.
I thought hold on. I was looking for a cover photo for this one. And
I was pretty sure we pulled out. It's right there on top.
Oh my goodness, it's right there on top. This is Plum Street Samplers, the Cereal Bowl Collection. This is lesson number 4. That's the piece I wondered what lesson number it was. I did this one on a 28 count. I believe it's also lamb's wool linen though. Called for colors. It's just a good sentiment. A happy one.
You don't really stitch on linen anymore, do you?
Not really. I do still have some projects on it, but I don't really.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Halloween next?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, I see Thanksgiving on the top, so. This one I can't remember the name of. It's a Brenda Gervais.
Witch's Night Out, I believe.
Witch's Night Out. Coffee tea dyed Monaco, 28 count. Called for colors, I believe.
Don't mind me. I do believe that's also called for colors, yes. This next one, again, is a very recent finish. This is a Mill Hill kit called Pet Spider. This one I did do on the perforated paper. And it's such a little guy, and I love it. All beads and back stitching and everything. The only difference I did separate or different from the chart is it called for 2 strands of back stitching for the spider, but I felt like it was a little too much, so I did 1 strand. I'm going to turn it into a little magnet.
May I see?
You can. Do you want me to go ahead and show this quick?
Yeah.
So this next tiny little kit I did was from Praiseworthy Stitches. This is the Creepy Spider kit.
The only thing I'd like to say on this one before you move on, if you would have done 2 strands on the spider, you could really see the legs better.
Yeah, you can. You could, yes. This next one is that Creepy Spider kit. I did this on 32 count. No, the kit comes with everything in it, but it does say to tea dye your fabric if you choose to. I wanted to start it that day, that moment, so I just found a tea dyed-esque fabric. So that's it. All called for. There we go.
Very seldom do we use the called for fabric. We pull whatever we have in stash that we think the pattern looks good on.
Yeah, we have quite a stash of fabric.
Yeah, you do not have to do what the pattern calls for. That's just a suggestion.
Exactly.
And designers, they're good at their job, so they know what they're doing. You ready for this? Do we have a pattern for it?
Yes.
Okay. My next one is Gold Tidings by Plum Street Samplers. And I did this on some sort of a linen.
It is 32 count.
32 count linen.
Because the pattern actually calls for 32 count linen, 1 strand of floss over 2.
Is that what I did, was 1 strand?
Yeah.
Yes. 1 strand over 2. Now, I love this one. The only reason it's not fully finished is because I'm not sure how I want to finish it. I love it so much, I feel like it deserves a good finish. So I'm still working on thoughts on how to do that. I'm trying to hold this up a little bit longer so you can watch the football game and not be caught.
Well, as long as she was holding it up, I was going to watch the football game.
Well, I kept waiting for you to turn your head forward so I could move the
Be
board.
done with
And
it.
you didn't do it, so.
I do think a frame would be pretty on that.
Maybe a black frame, you think?
Yeah, I do.
Or...
And you could go a little ornate as well, if you wanted.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm not a fan of crazy ornate frames, but I do think you can go a little ornate with that.
Yeah, kind of an off black, a charcoal type.
Wait, you did yours 2 over 2. You did not do 1 over 2.
I can't see it.
She has to get her glasses.
I do.
Which is fine.
Yeah, I did. 2 over 2.
Now this one has a semi-permanent crease in it because the bottom of it is dirty. but we just won't talk about that.
But you just did.
But we will. This is Happy Halloween by Primrose Cottage Stitches. I did this one on a 14 count cobweb fabric flare fabric. I had a lot of fun stitching on this one. Called for colors, and it turned out quite a bit bigger than I expected it to also. So, I mean, it's a little chart, and it turns out big.
And
so.
She has little hands, so. Hold it up closer so they can see that fabric.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, my next one is Country Cottage Needleworks, Be Thankful. I'm pretty sure I finished this one earlier this year also.
Yes, you did.
Help me remember this fabric, because it's one of my most favorite fabrics, and I screw up the name every time. Is it like brown sugar or spice? Something spice?
32 count Spice Honey by Color and Cotton Linen.
I love that fabric. And I did this 1/2. I just like the more antique-y look of the pumpkins that you can kind of see the background through.
And you struggled with that one a little bit, because you had started that back in the beginning of us getting back into cross stitch and weren't too thrilled with it.
I wasn't too thrilled with it, and I'll tell you why. I think I used the called for colors, but since I was doing it 1/2, the colors didn't pop as well as I thought they should have. So there are actually 2 colors in the pumpkins, and I didn't think there was enough difference between the 2. But I just kept going, and I think it looks fine. I think it looks okay.
And you did change your brown. Well, I thought you did. Maybe not. Maybe not. This next one is just a cute little adorable one. This is a Lizzie Kate. Why, yes, I can drive a stick. And this is done on 40 count. 40 count Shale by Picture This Bless. And I believe I did it with Gentle Arts Witching Hour because I felt it was very appropriate. Witching Hour is really dark, but it has kind of a purpley vibe to it.
Yeah.
They do have more Halloween.
Okay, well, I already started.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
Do you want... Why don't you just keep going?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Because they do have more. This next one is a 32 count Fieldstone, Color and Cotton Lugana. And this is Ghosty Manor by Bent Creek. All called for. The button. I got the little button pack. It's all called for.
I love that one.
It was so fun. So tiny and quirky and adorable. Keep going?
Yeah.
Because I do have more.
That's fine.
This is Spooky String by by Lizzie Kate. I did mine and all called for DMC. I should have said that with the other one. Mine's DMC. It calls for Weeks Dye Works. Unless I added the purple and I can't remember. I think I just fibbed. I did a stash conversion. And I can't remember if I changed the purple. I added the purple because I like purple. But I'm looking at these and I'm like, these are variegated. So I just did a stash conversion. I picked a purple, a yellow, an orange, yada, yada, yada. This one is another chock full series from Hands On Design. But mine is just the little pillow.
This really makes me want to get back to these charts.
14 count chalkboard Black Ada, called for Floss. And just, they flow so well and stitch up so nice.
Just fun little fast designs.
Exactly. My next one is one of my second favorite fabrics, because Stars Hollow Blend is one of my first favorite fabrics, but you would have thought I could have remembered that. This one is 32 count American Chestnut by R&R. This is, I don't know if it has a name to be honest, but October 31st.
I think it is October 31st.
Okay. By Blackbird Designs, and this is in the Winds of Autumn book. I also hope I said that correctly. Winds of Autumn book. It's in the same book that has the Spell of the Moon. The little owl sitting on the tree. If you guys have seen that.
I can't remember. Do we have it up here? It doesn't matter, I guess. We could, if anybody wants it, just let us know. We can find it. I was just thinking we could do that in a round pillow or something and put chenille around the outside edge. You could do like an orange chenille one, really bring out the Halloween look.
That's true. That is true. More Halloween. This is Brenda Gervais. Oh, and I just lost the name of this one. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. But like I said, it is a Brenda Gervais. If you can find the...
Bobbing for Pumpkins, no.
No. If you can find the Patriotic, the Summertime one, it's the similar name. But I did this on a Rit-dyed Monaco that Mom and I Rit-dyed. And I do believe it's all called for colors. And I say that there are stars up there. It's really hard to see them in the camera, but you can see them. They're very light, but you can see them in real life.
Give us just a moment to look, because this will probably drive us crazy. Bobbing for Pumpkins, it's not that one, right?
No, that's the one.
That's where they're...
Yeah.
We know what we're talking about. Basket full of summertime?
Basket full of autumn time. Thank you. Basket full of autumn.
Oh no, now we're going to come up with this name.
Because I don't remember it either. This is also Brenda Gervais. 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. Called for colors. And I'm not going to pretend I know the name.
And I'm not going to look it up this time. Actually, I didn't do this one.
Yeah, I was going to say, you haven't done this one. But it's her oval series. This one. Oh, this one I had so much fun with.
I think I have this kitted up, or I started.
Do you?
I think so. I want to do it so bad.
This one I was stitching in hand, and you could really tell that by stitching in hand, I was twisting the fabric threads a little bit, so it got wonky. And that's something I just have to be aware of. If I choose to stitch in hand to go faster, then I know my stuff is going to be a little wonky.
And we might be able to straighten it out when we FFO it.
Yep. Which means I probably have to like frame it or something where I can really pin it or lace it. But what you guys don't know is this is Halloween Greetings by Teresa Kogut. 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. I had oh, I love this one. I say that quite a bit, but I had so much fun stitching this one. I was virtually monogamous with this one, and I remember it very well because this is one that I actually started it in 2020 for Mania, and it was the time that I actually was home because for COVID, everybody got sent home. You know, we all know this, but I only worked from home for 2 weeks, and since I was the only one in my area, then I just went back to work, and I was literally the only one there on the floor. But I remember that. Sorry, the point of that is...
I digress.
I do digress. I was stitching this at my kitchen table during my lunch breaks during COVID. That's why I remember this one. Long story.
And we all have memories of what we're doing during certain things.
Yep.
Some of us, our memories are just shot.
I have a lot of Halloween.
You do. You love Halloween.
You do.
I have a lot too, but mine are FFO'd.
I know you finished a lot of your fully finished. This is Trick or Treat Row by Bent Creek. Called for colors on a 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. And I had so much fun with this one too. Their rows go so fast. I love stitching them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think this might be my last Halloween. This is a Luminous Fiber Arts Sneaky Spooky Spells. This is one of her Halloween mystery stitches. And actually, it's probably one of the only ones I've stayed caught up on. This is on her fabric. It is a 32 count Opulence Lugana with called for threads. Oh my goodness. This was fun.
I also did that one too.
Did you stay caught up on it?
Yeah, mine's finished. FFO'd.
Right. I just meant caught up during the stitch along.
If not during, then soon after.
Did you stitch the mouse?
I probably did not. No, I didn't stitch the mouse. If there's a mouse in a design, I take it out.
Yeah. Yes, you
If
do.
it can't be taken out and look good, then I just don't stitch the design.
Mm-hmm.
I am deathly afraid of mice. Living, dead, or
Fictional. Yep.
I can't do mice.
Nope.
We all have our own little phobias, and that's mine.
That's one of your irrational fears.
I'm the type of woman that I will get up on a table and scream like a pig.
Wasn't there?
And I have.
Wasn't there one where? Oh no, you were fighting the mouse to get out the door.
Okay, I gotta tell the story real quick. When we first started running the airport, we were working all hours of the day and night. Mm-hmm. So it was about 1 a.m. and we were out at the hangar working. And I was vacuuming, and a little mouse came running out of the vacuum as I was vacuuming in the office.
You had been vacuuming for a minute.
Yeah, I had been vacuuming. I didn't just start. Scared the daylights out of me. I start screaming. The mouse starts running out the door. I start running out the door to my husband. I stepped on the mouse. I'm screaming. My husband comes running like, what is wrong? By this time, I'm bawling. I don't know where the mouse is. And he's like, that mouse was more scared of you than it was than you of it. And it's like, I doubt it. Do you see my face right now? But it's like we're both trying to get out the door, and I step on him in the process of trying to run away from him.
Oh, God.
Okay, that's my story.
And I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
That was, yeah, I remember that. I can't remember if I was actually there or just remember.
No, you were there.
Okay.
I think you were in the office. You were like, what is going on?
I was just dying as well. I'm going to jump in here real quick because then we'll only have one left each. I also did Be Thankful by Country Cottage Needleworks. I did mine on a 14 count coffee tea dyed Monaco in all the called for DMC with the exception of the green, which is a Weeks Dye Works moss.
And you did yours 2 over?
2 over 1.
Okay.
Well,
2
yeah,
over 2.
2 over 1 because it's Ada.
Oh, right. Okay. I wanted to show these together because mine is 1 over 2 on linen.
So this is mine, this is hers.
And they look pretty similar. I mean, about the only place you can tell your brown's darker, and then your gray in the pumpkins is darker than mine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everything's darker. But anyway, it's still pretty close. It looks good.
I like seeing them side by side. You can see those changes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. My next one is Thankful Quaker by Bent Creek. And I believe I did this one last year at Thanksgiving. I stitch in the season. I never get it finished for the season, but I do like to stitch in the season.
And this is on...
I'm not really sure.
But it is a 32 count color and cotton Lugana. And you probably did a stash dye, right?
Yeah, probably. I feel like I tried to stay... What'd you do with the pattern? You just take them so fast.
I know.
Oh, yeah. Totally different. There was something with this. I think I pulled her colors and they didn't look
As,
like her picture.
yeah.
So I think mine are the called for, but they don't look anything like...
I was wrong. It is not a color and cotton.
It's a lightly salted, not roasted beef stitch meat.
Yes.
Yeah, there was something with the color. I think by the time I got to the turkey, I realized it's not looking right, so I changed the color on the turkey.
And my last thankful is Let Us Be Thankful Row by Bent Creek. Again, all called for colors. I do have a thing for Bent Creek. 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco.
Is that Christmas? Because I call that winter.
He should be in winter.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we're both going into Christmas
Yeah,
now.
we're both going into Christmas. He should be winter.
Okay.
I'll put him back here. Oh, I have a few. Hello. some finishes.
I was going to show this one. Do you want to show that one next, or do you want to just
Sure, it's right
keep
here.
showing until we get to that?
It's right here.
Okay. So my next one is Christmas Rolls by Primrose Cottage Stitches, and this is done on 32 count raw, natural raw linen.
And it's a long one.
That's a long one.
Keep coming.
And I believe that I changed my red because I like the darker red, not the cherry colored reds, the bright in your face reds.
Didn't you do a stash conversion?
I think it's very possible I did. By this time of stitching, I was changing everything.
And also, too, just what we have on hand. So
Yeah.
we definitely try to use what is available to us. Sometimes we go for the easy, quick convenience.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes if we don't want to think too hard, then we'll just use called for because it tells us what to do. Mine I did on 25 count vintage country mocha Lugana, and I absolutely, this is the project that I'm like, I absolutely love 25 count.
I hope that quilt in the background is not clashing too much.
This is another one that Mom and I worked in little sections. I did a stash conversion as well. The red in here is Classic Colorworks Cherry Cobbler, which is my absolute favorite red. But I ran out of it. I'm like, no big deal. I'll just buy some more. And it turns out they had an entire dye change. So the color itself was no longer dyed the same way. So...
And it still dyed the new way. You still can't get the old color away.
I can't. So I begged and borrowed. I got some from Mom. I got some from... I think somebody sent me some, actually. So I used anything and everything that I could. So what I want to say about the colorway, I'm going to try and show you a good example. This is the old version, which is darker. And this is a new version, which isn't terribly different, but it's just a little bit brighter, a little less variegated. It just didn't like it as much.
So my color is red currant, so I did change that. It was called for cranberry.
Cranberry. Can't really tell, but I tried to put them side by side.
You want to hold them both up again?
Oh yeah.
I like doing this. So
There we go.
32 count versus, would you say yours was?
25 count. Let's go all the way up here. Stretch. It's so much tinier.
Keep going.
Oh, you're doing the...
Yep.
Oh, okay, got it. My arm's not this tall. Oh my goodness.
You're a good person.
Oh my goodness.
I think this is when I realized how much I loved raw natural.
Yes.
Everything looks good on raw natural. Everything. And vintage country mocha.
Everything.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Do you have this one too?
I do, but it's in winter for me because it's snowy string. This is another one, Mary Chockful by Hands On Design, and this is one I just did the pillow. Also did it on 14 count chalkboard Black Ada. I did do it in called for, with the exception of the reindeer antlers. I went ahead and did them in black. I cannot remember how they were called out. Or if I didn't change them, I don't know. But that's what I have. Oh. No, I don't remember. Doesn't matter.
They say the memory is the first thing that goes. Do you have this one?
I do.
Oh, this one.
Somewhere. It's down in the pile. Hold on.
Is yours different than mine?
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's what I thought. This will be a good comparison. Oh, yeah. Okay, what we're talking about is, let's show them together.
Well, you show yours first, then
Okay.
I'll...
Merry Christmas, is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
By the Drawn Thread.
Mm-hmm.
I did mine on 32 count Petty Point by Fabric Flare.
I think it's Petty Point on gray. It's not a fabric flare, though.
It's not?
No.
Okay. I stand corrected. I changed colors, I believe, of my reds and greens.
And we did the same called for, or not the same called for, we did the same color way. And since it called for dinky dyes, we did a over-dyed conversion.
And then being a drawn thread, it's got those specialty stitches on the little pine trees. Those were so much fun.
They were so fun to stitch.
I really like doing specialty stitches like that because it changes things up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Now, we have a new pattern in our product section that uses specialty stitches in Christmas.
What is it?
You'll have to stick around. Mainly because you're going to have to remember it. This is also that same pattern. I did mine on 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. The red in this one is Classic Colorworks Cupid.
Do you know what mine is?
I'm going to put it down here. Yours is the same.
Is it the same?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, we use the same colors.
Okay. It just looks different on different fabrics.
Did you say this was a 16 or an 18?
I said 32 count.
Oh, it's Ada, so.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So then it would be like an 18, I believe. I could look it up.
It's really fun to see them together like that. Oh, I'm sorry. It's called Good Tidings.
Right.
Good Tidings by the Drawn Thread.
That's why I couldn't find it.
That is why you can't find it. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought you found it.
Yep. White petty point on gray.
18 count Ada.
18 count Ada.
And the colors are, I changed all the colors. Classic Colorworks. Cupid is my red. And then Mistletoe is the green.
Yes.
There we go. Okay, and we did show them together, right?
Yes. This next one I have is Ornamental Joy by Country Cottage Needleworks. Did mine on 20 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. I did change the colors. I like more of a kind of a blue-green color than a yellow-green color. So I did change them a little bit for that. I did use Cherry Cobbler, Classic Colorworks. This was before the change in the dye lot. And it had, the pattern has the same border underneath, or very similar, and I took it out. So.
You really struggled to complete this one. You
did.
Actually were getting ready to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm. I was, yep.
And I convinced you to do it. I did mine, and I fully finished it on a cute finish, if I do say so myself. And I loved it so much, I just really begged her to keep going with it.
Even though I don't have that same finish.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But I mean, just some people like things that other people don't. So I just knew if she kept going, she'd love it. I'm not exactly sure if she ever did.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed working on it once I did. Once I made the decision not to do the bottom border, then I really did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that pattern. Okay, the next one is called what?
Primitive Merry Christmas by Abby Rose Designs, which you cannot get this pattern anymore, and it frustrates me.
We can't even get the companion pattern anymore, can we? We've been looking for that. So
She just disappeared from Creative World.
That's a well sought after pattern, and you can't get it. And what was the fabric?
This is a 28 count linen. Picture this plus in
Brash.
Brash, thank you.
I love everything about that. I love the fabric. I love the pattern.
And yours was, you did all called for colors also, right?
I believe so.
If anything we changed, it would have been the dark brown. I can't remember if it called for a DMC dark brown, and we changed it to something else. Oh, you know what?
Our reds are different. No?
My brown, I think, is called for, the DMC, and yours is probably Caterpillar. And I'll show mine real quick.
Your red is outlined darker than mine. We'll hold them up together once you show yours.
This is mine. It looks so much the same.
Same fabric.
Yep. And Mom's is on the left. I'm sorry, yeah, the left. So her brown's just a little bit different and gone.
Thank God.
What you doing?
I don't know.
What you doing?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't
Now
know.
I can't see. There we go.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
This next one for me is the one that's actually called Merry Christmas.
Jamie's been singing all morning and she's got songs stuck in my head.
Giving her tons of earworms. Country Cottage Needleworks Merry Christmas. This is done on 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. And I cannot remember if this is called for colors or if I just did a stash conversion. I think I did a stash dive. But it's just fun. Simple, elegant, fun.
Do you have this one too?
I do believe so, but I also call that winter.
Oh, okay.
I do have that one.
I am at winter, so you just keep showing your Christmas.
It's going to be a minute, guys. And I just realized as I was looking at this, I don't know if I made this decision intentionally or if I forgot to do this, so we'll talk about it here in a second. But this is Country Cottage Needleworks. Wonderful time of the year. It's a wonderful time of the year.
Did you show the pattern?
Not yet. I did mine on 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. And I do not know if it was called for Floss. But here's the pattern. Let me show it closer. You see the little gingerbread? The little gingerbread have their little back stitching and French knots. My little gingerbread do not. So I don't know if that was a conscious decision or not. But it's done. I'm not adding them.
Oh, you can't call this complete.
I already did. It is done.
I think it was probably French knots and you probably didn't want to do them.
Probably.
If you would like me to do them, I will do them.
No, it's okay.
Okay. I don't mind French knots. I like them.
I don't mind them anymore either. These two are from the same Lizzie Kate pattern. I really enjoyed stitching on this one too. This one is, I think it's just called Dear Santa. This first one, Dear Santa, I've been good all year. Okay, most of the time. Once in a while, forget it. I'll buy my own presents. And then this one, Naughty Nice, I tried. Both of these are done on 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco with a stash conversion. It's fun.
We have a lot of stuff that we've done.
Yeah. This is another one that made me realize how much I love stitching on 25 count. This is stitched on 25 count Prim Lugana. This is a Lori Holt fabric. And this is a collection of charts, is what I'm trying to say. There are 5 individual charts by Shane and Christine, and you can get the border, this part, and all the borders to put it together. Let's see. Baby, it's cold outside. Let it snow. I'll be home for Christmas. Jingle bells, and here comes Santa Claus. Also done, all called for.
I think Christmas and Halloween and autumn are absolutely your favorites.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are.
You go to town.
Yeah. They are by far my highest number of whips. This is Merry String by Lizzie Kate. Did a stash dive for the colors. I do like the darker primitive reds and greens. 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. I also like my browns a little more brown and not yellow brown. My last Christmas one. This, you could consider this either Christmas or winter. This is Let It Snow by Country Cottage Needleworks. I did this one on 14 count chalkboard black Ada in the called for DMC colors. And this was a fast stitch.
I did that one too, and mine's finished, but I was trying to remember. Mine's a lot smaller than yours.
Yes, it is.
I was trying to remember what I did mine on.
You might have done it on 32 count. But maybe 36.
I'm ready.
Is it time for...
We can do that string first.
Okay.
Mine's right on top. Okay.
This is me using all my scrap fabric, and Mom got a kick out of it.
And ours are different because you put blue in it and I have purple in mine.
Mm-hmm.
This is Snowy String by Lizzie Kate.
Mm-hmm.
28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. You'll see where I have purple like in the mitten. Jamie has blue.
And this is mine. I like the little penguin. Also done on 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco in a scrap of fabric.
I think otherwise all of the colors are the same, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Cool. This one makes me giggle.
I didn't find mine. It must be. Yeah, it is. It's finished.
It's finished in a white frame. This is Warm Winter Wishes by Waxy Moon Designs. I did change mine slightly. I toned down the oranges a little bit, and I bumped up the pink, and we'll talk about that. This is on a 28 count blue Rit dyed fabric. 28 count is just something that we got at Hobby Lobby. But you couldn't see his roasted butt, so I wanted it to be a little brighter.
I think that is so cute. I love that.
I toned down the oranges in the fire so they weren't so drastic. That one might be a stash conversion too. Who knows?
I was just sitting here looking at that one. We'll talk about it when we get to it, but you want to do it now? I was just having a finishing epiphany.
I don't have it to show.
Oh, you don't have it to show? Okay.
I was getting this one.
We'll show that in a minute then. So our next one is Country Cottage Needleworks in the Meadow.
In the meadow we can do a snowman.
So if you watch all of our floss tubes, you know we've been drawing for projects. This one came up and I only had the very bottom done and I was struggling to do this. Although the fabric I love. It's a 32 count Jobelin.
28 count Water Lily Jobelin.
And Jamie said, just offhanded, she's not going to work on it. I bet she won't work on it. It's like hell, I won't. So I worked and I worked and I worked and I finished it. You just got to give me that little bit of a kick in the butt. I even did the snowflakes. Usually on snowflakes I'll put buttons in because I don't like stitching snowflakes.
There was like 20 some odd, right? Like 25 or something.
Yeah. Stitched every one of them.
And I also have mine. The snowflakes are in there, I promise. Same fabric. This was our first foray into anything outside of 20 count Monaco, by the way. And it was like stitching on butter.
So my meadow is a different color and my hat is a different color. I think I didn't like the black, so I changed it out to a charcoal or whatever it was called.
Mom made her meadow dark brown, mine's green.
And I think that was an accident because if I remember right, when I was stitching it, how am I going to do this? After I finished stitching it, I looked at it and it's like, oh, I did that in the wrong color. And it's like, I don't care, it looks good.
It looks fine.
And then my hat on the snowman is a little bit lighter than Jamie's. She did hers in black.
Yeah.
Which was probably called for.
I think yours is fine, period.
I've changed my browns too.
Yeah, your browns is different. Your brown was different.
Do you want to try and hold them up together?
Sure.
Sure. That way they know what we're talking about. Okay. Sounds like the hubs is home.
This one is the Snowy Chalk Full by Hands On Design. And again, I just did the little pillow. I did change colors. I mentioned this before. I like purple, so I do add purple when I can. This one is done on a 14 count chalkboard black Ada as well. I do like it.
My next one is Praiseworthy Stitches.
Cardinals and Evergreens.
There you go, Cardinals and Evergreens. Comes in a little clear box. It's got enough bling and floss and everything to complete. There's like 3 charts in it, I believe. So I chose to only do one. I like the little shiny bling in there, if you can see the light catch it. I love this. I love the Cardinals. It was a fast stitch and it's dainty.
Did I show Mary? Mary, quite contrary. I don't know. Sorry. I was thinking.
Mary, what?
Oh, Mary the...
Hello, lamb?
This guy. Oh, that's Liberty. Okay, never mind. Ignore me.
Usually do.
My next one is Hands on Design. This is Let It Snow Bungalow. And I just did the little sign up there. And I also took off the bottom greenery. Did mine on 14 count chalkboard black Ada. And I did change the blues. Instead of making them, they were a kind of an aqua-y blue. I changed them to more of an ice blue.
Knowing her, it was probably some sort of like a really tealy or something.
About, yeah.
Okay, what is this one called?
Watch It Snow.
Okay, Watch It Snow. I just finished this one this year. And I believe I changed every color in it.
You did. You made it more jewel tones.
This is by who? Whom?
Waxing Moon Designs.
And the fabric is? Because she knows more about my stuff than I do.
It is a Fortnite fabric 32 count. I just don't know what's color.
That was a fun stitch and it's so pretty.
I love your color changes.
I was not feeling the colors that it was charted in. There was a lot of teal going on and I don't like a lot of teal, so I changed it to purples and blues. So, oh my gosh, every video she yawns in every video.
I do. I'm sorry. I know. I'm so sorry.
I know. This has gone on a long time.
This is a pattern by the Trilogy. And I cannot remember exactly what it's called. Oh my goodness. Something penguins. I'm sorry.
Stack. Penguin stack.
Snowman.
Snowman stack.
Yeah. This is on a 32 count color and cotton linen, but I do not remember which color. And I just picked colors for my stash. I think.
What'd you do in my pattern?
Which pattern?
This one. I just saw it. It was right on top.
It's right there.
Okay. My next one is Waxing Moon Designs Winter House Trio.
I cannot wait to hear what your epiphany is.
My epiphany on this one is, let me show it first.
Yes.
Okay. So I stitched all mine together. I took out the middle borders and put them all together. I took out the outside borders. I bought a little canvas board, a black canvas board, like a painter's canvas, to mount this on because I really thought the black would bring out the black in the fabric. But I'm not getting it finished because it's just not, I'm not in love with it yet and I don't know how to do it.
The black in the pattern, you mean?
I'm mounting it on that board.
Right. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. It'd bring out. And I thought, and I can't do this now that I look at it because I stitched them all together, but I thought if I would take them, thinking that I had done them all separately, and just mount them side by side by side with black through the middle, that would look really good. But I can't do that. So now, back to square one.
Your epiphany is gone.
I probably will still mount it on that canvas board. I'll just back it with a fabric of some sort.
And the canvas is a bit taller too, so we talked about maybe offsetting it and putting either on the bottom or the top some other foo-foo stuff.
Yeah. Well, so much for that epiphany.
This next one is a
the English words.
Country Cottage Needleworks. This is Winter Welcome. And I also did this one as called for. 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. It is really hard to see, but the white shows up really well.
Shows up really well in person.
And it does call for DMC metallic. So just something to keep in mind. But I didn't have a problem
stitching with it.
Yeah. There's so few. It's so little.
Yeah.
That it was okay.
And if you keep your strands short,
yes,
usually you can get through it pretty good.
Yes.
This is a Brenda Gervais pattern. Do you remember the name of it? Do you have this one also?
I don't. Either way, I don't. Peppermint is what I'm trying to say.
Peppermint something?
Yeah.
So this is done in 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. She had a series of these that all look the same. They had different things at the bottom.
Did it go through all seasons? Or I only specifically remember the fall and winter one.
Yeah, I think she had 4 of them. I think it was all seasons.
Okay.
But I'm not going to look it up right now.
This next one, I was working on the Glitter House Village by Country Cottage Needleworks. I decided I did not like what I was doing, so I decided to just cut this one out and then have it individual because I had already had it finished. And I've completely revamped how I'm doing Glitter House Village. So, and that's a whip, which is why you won't see it. But this is called for colors on a 28 count coffee tea dyed even weave that we got from Hobby Lobby.
So I was off in my own little world, but are you still doing the other?
Yes.
Okay. This one was called Souvenirs of the Heart Home for Christmas, the Brenda Gervais one. So Souvenirs of the Heart. I said I wasn't going to look for it, but I ended up looking for it because it was driving me nuts.
Go ahead.
Why don't you go ahead? Since I just talked. Because you're going to run out way before, or I'm going to run out way before you.
This is my last one.
You got all that.
Yeah, this is spring.
Well, I know. I'm going to be done after all.
You're fine. Just keep going.
Okay, another Brenda Gervais. Frosty, I'm going to guess.
That's funny because mine that I'm going to show is Frosty Morning.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Again, 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. And I feel like it's all colors.
I was going to say, I think it was too. Yep.
Back when I was stitching Brenda Gervais, I very rarely changed any of her colors because she knew how to do it.
She did. She still does.
She still does.
This one is the other Mill Hill that I've completed. Mill Hill Buttons and Beads. This is called Frosty Morning. I did it on a 14 count pewter Ada instead of doing it on the perforated paper. And then it's got this cardinal as the bead, as the button, I'm sorry. I had so much fun with this one too. Oh. Oh.
My next one. Do we have this pattern?
Not up here.
Okay. We have some changes. We both did this one. This is our stitch along for this year.
Mm-hmm.
We started with spring, and it is...
It is, I don't know what the French version is, but it's Little Moments of Spring.
Little Moments of Spring is the English version by Jardin Privé. Sorry, for those of you who know French, that know how to pronounce that. I don't. I'm doing the best that I can. I changed my word spring to purple because for spring, it's softer colors, and I thought it was charted at a very harsh color. But then seeing Jamie's, it worked.
And you did yours on 32 count light taupe Lugana.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it called for all DMC, but it looks like I changed the house. Wait, is that variegated or am I seeing things?
You're seeing things.
Okay, that's fine. I did mine on a 32 count color and cotton Lugana. Don't remember the color though. And this Mom said she changed her spring to purple. I did it as charted.
And I also changed my ladybug. I lightened my ladybug.
Oh yeah, and I copied you. I think it called for DMC 321 and we did 309.
And there they are together.
Together.
So this is Jamie's. Mine's the other one. They both look good.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome, darling.
My next one is Raindrop Kisses by Primrose Cottage. Did this on 25 count vintage country mocha Lugana. And I just did a stash dive. Picked a blue, picked a pink, green, etc., etc.
My goal is to do all those kisses. I think they're adorable.
Me too.
Then I did the Spring House Trio by Waxing Moon Designs, and I did those all together also. Took out the center borders, the outside borders, just put them all together, like one little neighborhood.
And you took out, yeah, all the borders. Okay.
Yeah. And that's 28 count coffee tea-dyed Monaco.
That is such a cute's not the word I meant, perfect green for spring.
Yeah, very bright. Very bright.
I can't remember what it is. What just happened?
The rubber band popped.
If you, well, you wouldn't know, but we broke our tripod holder for the phone, and I wrapped a couple of rubber bands around it, and one broke.
So if the phone falls,
that's why.
We're sorry.
This next one is Chubby Bunny by Jeanette Douglas. I did, again, a stash conversion, stash dive for colors. And I did it on a Fortnite Fabrics 32 count in a light green, but I do not remember the color name. And I really like their fabrics. I'm really bummed that they're not dyeing anymore.
You have the thing on it.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, they use like a fabric conditioner or something on them, and the fabric is so soft.
Agnes by Fortnite Fabrics.
It's a little darker than a off-white, more antique-y white.
Mm-hmm. I don't have that one done yet.
What is the name
of
it?
The Let's Talk Spring.
Let's Talk Spring by Hands On Design. I put it on a purple fabric, which name...
It's 30 count Grape Ice by Weeks Dye Works.
Oh, there you go. If you know me, you know I don't remember fabrics and things like that. I rely on Jamie to do all that for me. I could probably never do a Flosstube on my own. If I did, I would be reading every single thing, and it would be so monotoned, it would be ridiculous. I struggled with this one. If I remember, I started it on a different fabric, took it out. This one still has errors in it. I don't care. It's done. And unless I point them out, you might not see them. Jamie would, because she does that all the time.
Sorry. Oh, but you can't tell.
No.
These two I'm going to show together. They're not the same chart, but they're the same idea. Both Hands On Designs chalkfuls. One is the Hip Hop chalkful, and again, I just did that little pillow. And then the chalkful Bloom. And I thought I did the daisies, and I don't see them in my pile. Apparently I did not. Maybe I chose at this point I was done with those. Just looking real quick. Okay. And here they are. 14 count chalkboard black Ada. Called for colors. We bought the kits originally, so.
Did you end up getting all of the little pillows done? Your whole set?
Yes. Finished, not fully finished.
But hey, stitching them is half the battle.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can't finish something you haven't finished. Uh-huh. There you go.
Okay.
Yep.
That's stuff her dad would say.
We call those Gregisms.
Yeah. This is Spring Gathering.
Mm-hmm.
By?
Spring Delivery.
I think it's Gathering. Because she's gathering bunnies.
It's one or the other. Spring Delivery, Spring Gathering by Scattered Seed Sampling.
There are two of them. One is Spring Gathering, one is Spring Delivery. And the other one I have started somewhere. I think the only difference I did on this one, I may have changed the yellow of the chicks, but I can't remember for sure. But he had a pipe hanging out of his mouth, and I took the pipe out and put a couple of more little dealy-wops up there.
Official term, dealywops.
Dealywops.
And you did a stash color change.
Yeah,
Stash dive.
Probably.
This next one is Brenda Gervais, and I can't remember. Spring Serenade, maybe? 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco, all called for colors. I like those oval ones of hers.
I do too. I did the hip hop chock full, and I did the bigger one in the jar.
Oh. Did you do this one? Am I thinking of yours?
I think I had started it. I'm not sure where it's at, but I did do the harvest, and I have harvest fully finished.
Oh, yeah.
So this is on a 32 count raw natural linen. Called for flosses? I said that as a question. I think it is. Yeah, because it all came in the kit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
You just did a different fabric, it's all.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. You changed your flowers. Instead of being pink, you changed them to purple.
Right. Because we gotta have purple flowers, right?
Absolutely.
I change everything to purple that I can at any given time.
Spring is a really good time, too.
As long as it's tasty.
Tasty?
Tasty. Is that the right word? Tasteful.
Tasteful is a better word. This next one is Spring String from Lizzie Kate. Just did a stash dive on the colors. Tried to match the, whatchamacallit?
The pattern.
The cover as best as possible.
We've been at this for over an hour. We're getting tired. Okay, my next one is Happy Easter, which was a free chart by, oh, I just had their name on
Cherry Hill Stitchery.
Cherry Hill. And I changed the colors on this one. If I were to do it over again, I would change the carrots to be a darker color. It looked really peachy in this grain, but
Did it?
yeah, but it is really a light orange.
And you were going for more of a softer feel.
Eastery pastel. And that was 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco.
This is my last spring chart. This is Spring Messenger's Springs Messenger Pin Keep by Scattered Seed Samplings, or Samplers. Scattered Seed Samplers. And I did do a stash conversion. I just picked colors that seemed to be appropriate. This is on a 28 count doubloon fabric Lugana by Picture This Plus.
Doubloon, doubloon, doubloon. Cannot remember the name of this one. This is a Brenda Gervais. Easter something.
Easter Peep Parade? Well, no, I think she had
think...
two named that, though. Easter Parade? I don't know.
No, I don't know. But it's cute. You gonna look it up?
I was gonna see if I can find it quick.
Things bother us. Is this a vintage country mocha?
Yeah.
That's got to be 32 counts in, huh?
Yep.
It looks very soft.
Yeah.
32 count vintage country mocha. Now, in her instructions, she said to, like, coffee tea dunk that tulip.
Well, she actually...
Did it?
Yeah, she had an actual tea bag that she dunked on hers.
Okay. I didn't have that. I didn't do it. So mine's pretty bright, but I have a new trim that I think is going to really bring this thing out well. It's going to pop. So I'm excited about finishing that one.
It is called Easter Parade.
Easter Parade. And then long stitches for the whiskers.
We do keep saying that, sorry, I just bumped you, that it is by Brenda Gervais, but she's also with A Needle and Thread.
Yeah.
So, yay.
Those are really cute. I like it.
I'm moving on into summer and patriotic.
I am too.
Okay, this one is Blessed Bee by Brenda Gervais with A Needle and Thread. Did this on a Rit dyed 28 count Monaco. I did do called for colors. It looks good.
Okay, my next one is Little House Needleworks Old Glory. And this is on a 32 count, is that linen of some sort? I again just finished this one recently. By recently, I mean within the last 3 months.
It was pretty freaking recent. This one is The Little Moments of Summer by Jardin Privé. Did it in all called for with the exception of the red. I stuck with that 309 instead of 321. This is on the other half of the fabric that spring was on. It is a 32 count color and cotton. I just don't remember which color. Those poppies are great.
Yours isn't light taupe? Because
No.
I did mine on light taupe.
My fall and winter are.
Oh, okay.
Or winter will be.
I don't have the pattern for... Oh, there it is. My next one is Plum Street Samplers, Bless Our Land. Cannot resist Plum Street Samplers and her flags. This one has bald eagles and flags, so it's yay.
A double whammy.
I switched the colors of the house and her skirt. Same color, just she had a light house and I made the skirt a light color, and then I made the house the dark blue. That was not a faux pas, I did it on purpose. And I like the way it turned out.
I also have, and we'll show
did
them
you do it
here
too?
in a second together, but mine's on 32 count. 32 count. I want to say that's lamb's wool, but I'm not sure that it is.
That's the same as
Linen.
mine, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. No. Yes. Yes, it is the same.
Oh, yeah, it's not raw natural.
So, like Mom said, I kept the house and dress as charted, and she had the charted colors just flip-flopped. So this one's mine. The one on the left is hers. This one is, I think it's just called Summer String, but I can't remember, by Lizzie Kate. 28 count copy tea dyed Monaco. And I just did a stash dye for colors, just matched what the picture looked like. It's cute. I love how tiny they are.
Okay, you're going to have to help me here. This is a 32 count fabric flare.
Stars and stripes.
And it's the
or
smaller
something like
stars.
that.
If I remember right, they had 2 prints of stars, and mine are the smaller. What is the the pattern called? Oh, you have it too.
Mm-hmm. It's called All American by Primrose Cottage.
And we did this as a stitch along, right?
We did. Yeah,
Yes.
we broke it up into little pieces.
We had a lot of people joining us, and that was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. It was. We did change the fabric color, or the floss colors. I'm just looking to see if we changed to the same colors.
My Freedom is lighter than yours.
Yeah, so my middle blue is a little different than hers. It's so pretty.
Did I get it in there enough?
Enough.
Enough. If you guys have any questions on any of these patterns, colors, fabrics, let us know.
Yes. So it's kind of funny, the one I'm about to show versus the one you're about to show. This is Red, White, and Bloom by With Thy Needle and Thread. You can see the white, I promise. It's just not showing up very well. And I just did a stash dive on colors because it was such a small pattern. I just wanted to do it really quickly. But that turned out really good.
Mm-hmm. Did you say the fabric?
28 count copy tea dyed Monaco.
Okay.
And actually it's the back of it. So I should mention that. This was the front. Or I'm sorry, this was the front. And I had a faux pas here. Boo-boo. So I decided I just flipped it over.
So the white would have showed it better on the other side.
It would have, yeah. I just didn't want it that dark.
That was a dark piece. My next one is called Red, White, and Bloom.
Mm-hmm.
But mine is by Country Cottage Needleworks. And I did mine on 28 count copy tea-dyed Monaco. Knowing me, I changed all the colors. Like that.
Yes, you did change those colors. Oh my goodness.
Yes, I know.
Oh my goodness, I have a ton more than she does.
Well, you do a couple and then I'll do my last one.
So again, Patriotic is up there too with how much I like to stitch. This is Patriotic Pillows by Manny D. Donna. Patriotic Welcome Pillows, maybe. It did say welcome on the bottom. I did not stitch that. This is also done on 25 count Vintage Country Mocha Lugana and a stash dive on the colors. But I love stitching on 25 count over 2 so much. It's just so easy. It just makes my brain happy.
We want your brain to be happy.
You want me to keep doing?
Yep, you keep doing it. Do you have this one?
No, not finished. This next one is Plum Street Samplers. This is lesson number 2 from the Cereal Bowl collection. I did mine on the same witch out linen as the other one, which I don't remember what color it is. And it is on 32 count. And I believe that's all called for as well. These made me realize I'm not a huge fan of witch out linen. So, it's a very open weave.
Yeah.
Since you're looking, I'm just going to keep going.
Yep, you keep going.
This next one is Stars and Stripes Forever, Bent Creek Row. I fell in love with this one, and I had to have all the rows, which is why I do have all the rows. Called for colors as well. It just pops. Did you figure it out?
Mm-hmm.
What color is, or what fabric is it?
Oh, that's not what I was trying to figure out.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to keep going? Or you want me to show mine?
You go ahead and show yours, and then I'll wrap it up.
Okay. My next one is My Home Sweet Home by Sweet Link Studios. This was a exclusive to Heartland Quilting and Stitching for a year. It's now out to the public. I did mine on 32 count Vintage Country Mocha. I did change, looks like all of my colors except English Ivy and Fresh Brew. So my red is a Cherry Cobbler. And I always like to point out the reds because the reds to me are very hard to choose and they make or break a design. I did do Queen Bee and Sassy Brass for the sunflowers. I'm reading my notes, sorry. On the way she has it charted on her flag, she has just a half cross stitch to give it that more vintage type look. I went ahead and did mine in full crosses. I liked the full cross look. She designed this for us because she knew we were very patriotic and I love sunflowers. So I did appreciate this. I love this pattern. This has everything in it that I hold dear.
It is us.
It is us to a T. She did a perfect job.
Yes. I have a little white speck. That's what I'm doing.
Which, shameless plug, watch our shop update because we have another exclusive from her coming up.
My next one is Little House Needleworks. This is Brave Hearts. I did mine on a Rit Dyed Monaco with stash dive of colors. And this one was really fun to stitch too. I love the saying. Red for brave hearts that burn with liberty. White for the peace. Oh, there's a dog here. White for the peace they earn, making men free. Stars for the heavens above. Blue for the deep, where in their country's love, heroes shall sleep. We are very patriotic here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're officially done.
Finished, yes.
This one, Who did this one? I can't remember. I mean, I know who it is. I just can't think of what her name.
Darlene.
Mm-hmm. Darlene Dion Designs.
Yes, Darlene Dion from Canada.
This is Summer. Just stitched this little guy. It stitched up super quick. Did it on 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. And the little bow, I love it.
And again, sunflowers and flags.
Yeah. Period. It's perfect. This next one is the last of the the Chockfull series by Hands On Design, Liberty Chockfull. And I just did the pillow. I must have just given up on those. On doing the... I thought I had done all of them that had the flowers, but obviously not. 14 count chalkboard Black Ada. Called for colors. Kathy finished them so adorably on all of her patterns. Just absolutely adorably. This next one is a Country Cottage Needleworks. My Country.
And I love your color conversions on this.
I did not tone it down. I made it a little bit more primitive. The blue is one of my favorite blues, Morning Glory. And offhand, I cannot remember what that red is.
It's not country or cherry cobbler, is it? The old cherry cobbler?
No, because there's not enough dark in it. But I love it.
And this is the way it's charted. Very bright. Not very bright. A lot brighter than what she did.
Yes. This one was one that I'd started. This was a 2019 Mania. And this was before I was changing things up. And I wish I'd done it a little different. Only because there's just some things I wanted to change. And then Mom had done hers afterwards. And she made hers better.
I recharted the words to make it more Nebraska.
Yep. So this is Knee High by Hands On Design. I did it on a 14 count Fiddler's Ada. And I did it in Called for DMC. Mom changed hers up here. And it says Nebraska, the good life.
Our state motto. Before they changed it, but everybody still uses it anyway because the new one's stupid, but that's in a whole nother video.
And they are working to change it back, I think.
Are they?
Or change it again. This is another one that is done on 25 count Vintage Country Mocha Lugana. This is Bless Our Home by Country Cottage Needleworks. This is one I had some sagas with. I started it on 28 count Monaco. And then just kept changing my mind on what I wanted. So I restarted it. And
are you happy with it now?
I am. I really like it. My last one is Freedom Reigns by Silver Creek Samplers. This is done on a Rit dyed Monaco by Mom and I. Called for colors. And Barnes. Again, I love Barnes.
I very much like that pattern.
So that's what we have for finishes. That was a lot of finishes.
That was. We had a ton of them.
Yeah.
One of these days, hopefully soon, we'll be able to dig out all of our FFOs and show those. So
I have a small handful, but Mom's got some absolutely adorable ones.
And I'm still working to get those on Instagram. I don't have them all up yet, but you can find all the information in the box below on where to follow us, how to find us. Stick around for shop updates coming up next.
Yes, absolutely. Quick shameless plug again. I just want to reiterate that most of the patterns that you saw in this, we did get in stock into our shop. So it's not, most of them are not patterns that we've had before. So they are new.
And if you see anything in there and you can't find it on our channel or on our Etsy shop, chances are it's already sold out. So let us know. We'll reorder it for you.
Yes. Okay. So we will go ahead and close this out, move on into a shop update. So thank you guys so much for sticking with us. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. After an hour and 50 minutes of looking at all this, I hope you come to join us. With that, we'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Hello friends, I'm Terry.
And I'm Jamie.
And we're Heartland Quilting and Stitching.
This is Saturday, October 5th, 2024. And we are here for a Heartland Quilting and Stitching shop update.
Welcome.
Hi.
Got a lot of things to show you. Things are coming in fast every day. We're still getting more stuff.
Yep.
A lot of it's still coming in from Marketplace.
Yes. We're on the downhill slide of that, but then I also have been in charge of ordering.
Yeah.
I put a lot of orders in.
We're going to tape our fingers together.
Yes.
We want to start with a new club that we have coming out.
We've teased this a little bit before, but we do have some more solid details that we want to throw at you guys.
This is a club that will be starting. We're going to try and get the first pattern out sometime in the later end of November.
Mid to late November.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. We didn't talk about that ahead of time to solidify the date, so I was stuttering on it a little bit.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And what are we talking about?
We are talking about the Wordy Bird series from Sweet Wing Studios. So Mom reached out to Susan with Sweet Wing Studios, asked if she would be willing to do a club with us. Susan is absolutely adorable and said yes. She is going to design all of the patterns, and we are going to source it and sell it to you guys.
This is a 12-month club, so you will have one pattern every month. We're starting at the end of November for the January pattern so that you can get it stitched for January.
Yes.
And if you would like to insert
the sneaky peeky,
the sneaky peeky,
as Susan calls it, I love that she calls them sneaky peekies. So this is a sneak of what the January chart is going to look like. It is winter themed. There are birds in it, and there are words in it. Imagine that.
So every month will be centered around a bird with words. Thus, Wordy birds.
Yes.
We don't have the other patterns to show yet. She's still working on them, but this is the first one. And
yes, so we do
so
have
excited.
We do have the registration for the club on our Etsy and our website, and I'm also going to link that in the description box below, so you will be able to access that quickly. In that registration, in the details of that post, you'll be able to see all the information. We are going to have 2 variations on the club, so you can either get the paper chart, or you can get the paper chart with the called for DMC every month.
And Susan is stitching all of her designs on called for
Grace Notes?
I'm trying to word this, and I'm screwing it up. So she will be stitching on 4 different Grace Notes fabrics. So all 12 of them will only be using those 4 fabrics. We will get those fabrics in stock to the best of our ability. Probably will not have every single count of every fabric, but they will be in stock for this club.
Yep, a limited amount, but we will have them. They will not be a part of the actual club itself, just available for purchase in addition to.
And we're not sure how we're going to do it yet, but we're not going to sell it to everybody. We're just going to sell it to the people in the club first.
Yes.
And once we know that you guys have all the fabric you want, then we'll sell it to other people.
Yep. So more information on the fabric to come later. We do need to work with Corrine from Grace Notes Fabric a little bit more on that. That way we don't overcommit her and make sure that she is good to go. Let me look in the notes, see what else we need to talk about with that. So we talked about when we're going to start. It will be invoiced monthly. So when you sign up for that chart, we will also need to get your information, as in your mailing address, your shipping address is what I meant to say, and your email address, because we will email a invoice to you every month. Then you pay it, then we ship it. Yes.
Yes.
Does that cover it?
I think that covers it. This is an exclusive club to Heartland, so please take advantage of it. I mean, if you know Susan, you know her designs, and they're going to be beautiful, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm personally in love with this one right now.
I know, me too.
I am in love with it.
Okay.
Yes. Again, that's on our Etsy and our website. All the information will be linked in that product description.
And if you have any questions, let us know. We'll be happy to answer everything that we can answer right now. There's still some things that are up in the air, but I think we got it all figured out for the most part.
Yes. So we will move on into showing you new product that we have in the shop. So we will switch our camera view so you can see it a little bit better. Anything else before we do that?
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
the first thing that we have to show you is the Bent Creek Snapper Spooky Spinner charts. These were sold as individual charts, but we're going to combine them and sell them all as one kit. They do come with the buttons and the snaps. This is the border.
Which is printed in black and white, by the way.
Yeah. Then we have the Snapper Candy Corn Cat. The Snapper Under the Stairs. The Snapper Spooky. The Snapper Broom Witch and Mousy. And the Snapper Hanging with Jack. And again, they all, make sure there's no chart in there. They all have the little snaps and buttons that come with the kit.
So this will be sold as one with all the patterns and the border. Same goes for this next one, which is the Nebraska. This is the Christmas the House Garland Party. Christmas House the Garland Party.
Say that 3 times.
Yeah. So this is pattern number 1. It will be sold as a kit. It also includes Santa's Cocoa and the toy room. So you'll get all 3 of these and be able to stitch it.
And then we have Bent Creek Christmas, the branch. This is the first chart, Christmas Squirrel. And these again will be sold as a kit. Then the second one, which is Christmas Owl. And the third one, Christmas Cardinal, which will complete the branch.
And I love this one. I'm definitely going to be getting this one.
Yeah. And again, these all come with the buttons and the snaps that you need to complete them. That one's got a pattern, I can't show it.
We got a couple from Homespun Elegance. This is Country Spirits Collection, Snowflake Kisses. I love him.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is also the Country Spirits Collection, Candy Corn and Friends.
That was adorable too. Going back to autumn, we have some Serenita de Campania, and I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that name.
I just own the fact that we do mispronounce it.
And I'm just going to show these to you because I can't pronounce the names on these either. So this is Autumn Set.
But look at the little fox and the little squirrels. Aww.
This is Halloween Set.
This one, oh my goodness, I absolutely love it. I'm going to have to buy this one too.
And I believe it's just Set of Pillows is what it is. Then we have Autumn is Here.
Look at him.
There's so much detail in these. They're so pretty. And Let It Snow Too.
Look at this Christmas goose.
I little snowman.
We do have the Let It Snow number 1. We have a couple little ones from Blackbird Designs. This is the Loose Feather series for the birds number 2, Light Upon the Lawn. And then Sweet Home Garden Club series number 4.
Now, are those reprints or are they just new to our shop?
I believe all the Blackbirds we're showing are reprints. Some we've had in stock before.
Some only just recently went out of stock and now are called reprints, so it's hard to keep track of it. Okay, then we have new from Erin Elizabeth, the Dog Tier. And we have the Woodland Critters Tier.
I'll take that paper so it doesn't get lost.
I think it goes with that.
It does not. It's a different pattern entirely.
The other two were in there.
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Okay.
The next two here are Plum Street Samplers, a cereal bowl collection. We have lesson number 3 and lesson number 1.
And these are older charts that we are just bringing into the shop. If you caught our last Flosstube, we did a finished product. I don't even want to say what parade, but a finished product.
Cross-stitch finishes parade.
Yeah.
Yep. Finishes that have not been FFO'd, and we showed quite a few of these cereal bowl collector or series.
And then some of the older patterns that we also showed were Hands-On Design Rose Garden.
Rose Cottage.
Thank you. That's in the Talk for the Home series. And we also have Tulip House.
And so these are the new to us, but we also have all of the patterns that we showed in that finish parade are new to the shop as well. So anything in that is also new product. Shakespeare's Peddler, we completed out her antique series. So this is Antique Cats and Crowns. Antique Bunnies and Baskets. And Antique Birds and Cages. She's got Antique Locks and Keys, Antique Scissors and something else, spools, and Antique Cups and Spoons. So we already have those in our shop.
I didn't realize she had so many of those antique patterns until you purchased these. This is a reprint from Blackbird Designs that hasn't been out of print for very long. When the Leaves Fall.
Yeah, it came out at market last year.
Yeah, and now it's already a reprint. So there's 10 projects in this book. It's a nice little colored book.
If you know Blackbird Design books, they're just phenomenal books. There are some more Blackbirds. Let me go ahead and show those. We have the Loose Feathers. Abecedarian. I couldn't remember how to say that word. Abecedarian series number 6, The Fruitful Vine.
Then we have the Sisters book.
Mother's Garden.
And a new reprint of the Sweet Land of Liberty book.
And then Home for the Holidays book. And this one has, in my opinion, the coveted cardinal bird is also in this book.
That cardinal bird was very popular when it came out.
Yes, and I absolutely want to do it.
We have new from Amy Brecken. Oh, What Fun.
I can't not sing the song. And then new from the place I also can't say. This is Le Petit Croix. Oh, sorry, I'm shaking. This, oh my, look at him. It's a Christmas raccoon. Look at his little nose. It just boopy.
And then we have Northern Expressions Needlework Twisted Band Sampler.
There should be another one in there.
Okay. Jamie has been working on this one, and it's turning out really good.
One comment here. This is the cross stitch only one, not the one with specialty stitches. So this is cross stitch stitches only.
Okay, and then also we have the Twisted Christmas Sampler.
This is a new one this year from them. It does have a few specialty stitches, but looking at the pattern, it looks like they're mainly straight stitches. So in my opinion...
Should be really easy.
Yes. And I absolutely... Oh, I just love them. Love them both.
Yeah. I think they're really cool. Okay, so that's what we had for you today. Like I said, we're still getting a lot of new stuff in daily, so keep checking back.
Thanks for sticking with us through this video, watching all of our new product. If you're interested in the Wordy Birds, be sure to check that out as well. We'll answer any questions that you may have. And all of our contact information is in the description box below.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.